This is a dark romantic high fantasy novel with a central mate bond plot. It includes mature themes, symbolic power dynamics, and fictional age gaps within a fully fictional world. While elements of darkness and tension appear, the heart of the story remains magical and romantic. Viewer discretion is advised. Moonlake, by Moonlit Narrator. Chapter 2. Fated Pursuit. Alpha Viktor Morozov had never believed in miracles. He was a man of war, a leader forged through strategy, discipline, and unyielding will. Yet, at 43, a single fleeting moment had unraveled everything he thought he knew. She had been there, right in front of him. A girl with deep brown eyes, nearly black, that seemed to hold secrets far older than her appearance suggested. Those almond-shaped eyes, framed by thick lashes and gently arched brows, carried a quiet intensity that stirred something within him. Her face was heart-shaped, soft and delicate, with a modest, well-proportioned nose and defined cheekbones that caught the faint light just so, lending her an almost sculpted elegance. Her lips were full and gently curved, a soft, heart-shaped contour hinting at warmth beneath her calm expression. Her long, dark hair, so near to black it swallowed the dim light, falls like strands of shadow and silk. It shimmered faintly as if woven from midnight itself, adding an ethereal grace to her presence. Though young in appearance, her face held a quiet radiance, something timeless and unforgettable that had branded itself deep within his mind, a memory he couldn't shake no matter how hard he tried, and her scent, sea salt and jasmine, still clung to him like a phantom he could not chase away. He awoke to nothing but the fading memory of her touch and the hollow ache of her absence. No name, no voice, no clue. Only an emptiness where she should have been. He wasn't going home without her.
She had been wearing a barista's uniform.
That was his only lead. The following morning, Alpha Viktor immediately leveraged his influence, reaching out to Zacharias, an old werewolf from the Emberclaw Pack, one of the packs in the Western continent. Zacharias was good-natured and obliging, the kind of man who seldom refused a request. But this time, his answer was disappointing.
She's a foreigner from the southeast. Yesterday was her last day. Just finished her studies.
Viktor's hands clenched into fists, the cafe owner's words echoing hollow in his ears. He couldn't accept it.
She couldn't be gone.
Not when she had stirred something deep within him. Viktor's mind was clouded with her face. The haunting image of her eyes, the soft curve of her lips, and the delicate beauty that seemed to pull at something deep inside him. He couldn't forget it. Couldn't escape the sense of emptiness that filled him whenever he thought of how her face had branded itself into his memory. He wasn't looking for just any woman. He was looking for her face, her presence, because something about it felt inevitable. He couldn't stop himself from wanting to see her again. The old cafe owner hadn't even asked which university she had attended, assuming it was one of the many in the city's university belt. He hadn't considered the nearby Mage Academy, because to him she was just an ordinary human.
Ordinary.
Viktor's fingers twitched at his side, his jaw locked.
There was nothing ordinary about her.
His pack rushed to her apartment, tearing through the remnants of her presence. Empty shelves, a faint trace of her scent clinging to the air, but no personal belongings. A clean departure. Gamma Andrei Vasiliev exhaled sharply, arms crossed.
I've never seen a human this hard to track.
At least now they had her name. Hannah Eureka Mendoza. Back at the Lunar Crown Hotel, one of the most prestigious 5-star hotels in the kingdom, run by the Emberclaw Pack, Viktor gathered his men in the conference room. Their mission had just concluded, but a new one awaited them. As Alpha of the Moonlake Pack, he was relentless, unyielding in both battle and ambition. He always got what he wanted. Alpha Simon Hale of the Iron Fang Pack, the most influential in the kingdom, known as the Crown's Shield, was an old friend and the one they had aided in capturing the rogue. He laughed heartily at Viktor's predicament.
Who would have thought? The great Alpha Viktor Morozov, struggling to track someone down when you have the best trackers among us. And after all these years, you actually found your mate? You're going to break a lot of hearts.
Viktor ignored him. There was no time for jokes. He had already ordered one of the finest rooms in the Moonlake Pack manor to be prepared for a very important person. He would find her. He had to. Simon leaned back in his chair, still smirking.
How are the men taking the news?
Beta even spoke up.
They're adjusting.
His gaze flickered toward Viktor.
Most assume the Moonlake Pack's Luna would be a powerful She-Wolf, not a human woman no one can even track.
Simon let out another chuckle.
A human? Or something more?
Viktor remained silent. That question had been clawing at his mind.
Anyway, King Gaius just approved the request this morning. Iron Fawn will be aiding Moonlake in finding its alpha's fated mate.
Alpha Simon said in a teasing tone. Across the city, in a quiet restaurant owned by her father's old friend, Fernando de la Cruz, Hannah sat before a steaming bowl of noodle soup. The familiar scents and warmth of the place soothed her, but her mind was elsewhere. Platinum blonde hair, silver blue eyes, a prince charming in the flesh. What a beautiful creature, she thought. A man she was never meant to have. She smiled to herself. I need to lure him to me. Finishing her meal, she thanked Fernando and stepped out into the crisp beaver month air. In Asteria, she had been pretending to be normal, hiding her power, living as a human just like her father. And yet, the moment she had healed Viktor, something had shifted. The bond between them had stirred, subtle but unrelenting. He would be searching for her. Good. Viktor's pack, along with the Iron Fang pack, scoured the city, but their search yielded nothing. All they had was a name, Hannah Eureka Mendoza. No background, no location. His only hope was to catch her scent again. And yet, something gnawed at him. The wound that should have killed him. Gone.
Werewolves healed faster than humans, but not like this. Not this clean. No pain. No scar. As if it had never happened at all.
He hadn't even questioned it at the moment.
Who are you, Hannah?
The pain from his wound was gone, but something else lingered. A deep, almost shameful sense of helplessness that had no place in a warrior like him. At the hotel concierge, Hannah approached the front desk, meeting the sharp, judgmental gaze of Charlotte Whitmore, the She-Wolf receptionist. I need to see Mr. Viktor Morozov, please, she said politely. Charlotte scoffed, barely masking her disdain.
Who does this girl think she is, walking in and asking for a CEO? He won't see anyone, he's busy in a meeting. You can leave a message.
Hannah smiled, unfazed. All right then, please tell him Hannah Mendoza dropped by. She didn't expect the She-Wolf to actually deliver the message. She had her own way of making sure he knew she was there. As she turned, she casually ran her fingers through her hair, casting a subtle spell, one that carried her scent straight to him. A whisper of sea salt and jasmine curling into the air. She knew where he was. She could feel him. The spell cast, she walked out, her face calm as she let the cool beaver month air kiss her skin. She took her time, making her way back to Fernando's restaurant. Viktor had just ended a phone call, his men deep in discussion about their next steps. Everything had to be in place. Then it hit him. Sea salt and jasmine. His fingers curled into fists. His breath came sharp and deep. There. Beta Even and Delta Dimitri stilled, sensing the sudden shift in him. Then, without a word, Viktor moved. He burst out of the conference room, out of the hotel, driven purely by instinct. His men, momentarily stunned, scrambled to follow, and there she was. A petite figure walking away, her back to him. She was small, barely 5 feet, maybe even less, yet she walked with purpose, steady and unhurried. Viktor's pulse pounded.
Why wasn't she looking back?
Couldn't she feel him? Couldn't she sense their bond the way he did? Then, just as he took another step, her scent thick in the air, he saw the slight curve of her lips.
She knew.
Something raw and possessive surged in his chest. His emotions, sharp and primal, flooded his senses. Hannah smirked as the scent of cedarwood and pine wrapped around her. Come on, Alpha, she whispered to herself. Keep following. Without looking back, She continued her way to the restaurant.